The third set is taking place on Fighting Spirit, spawning in the top right-hand position as the blue Protoss, sorry, blue Zerg from STX Seoul. His name is hyvaa.
Spawning on the bottom right position, this one is actually Protoss, yellow Protoss playing for KT Roaster. His name is Zest. Currently has 2 kills and going for the 3rd kill of the day.
You'll have to forgive me, man. We have been seeing so many Protosses today. I just got used to PvP, occasional Terrans thrown in, and then more PvP.
Well, if you want to go that way, if you want to talk about it like that, then first set, only Protoss won. Second set, so far, only Protoss wins.
I guess there's a reason why Protoss are sent out here. It's interesting that Kespa seems to have so many strong Protoss players. ESF, though, it's not like that as much. The Protoss players aren't nearly as dominant or widespread. So it's just something interesting I've noticed, and I don't quite know the reason why, but it's something to note, I guess.
I mean, I'm still trying to watch all of these games, and it's like, yeah, Protosses in Pro League, they defend against those early drops against Terrans and Zergs really well, but I still don't get the main reason why Protoss is so strong. Is it because of the maps? Is it because of the players itself? Or is it because of the playstyle between Kespa and ESF?
I'm wondering, I think it's a combination. The maps are certainly favorable for Protoss overall. Even the ones that aren't necessarily good maps for Protoss, so you can play on them and be fine. The players, I think the players are making a huge difference here, though. We're just seeing so much Protoss talent come through and really shine. So we have a Nexus first from our Protoss player here. He's going to go ahead and scout in the right direction, see hyvaa's hatchery go down, but he didn't go for the hatch first, went for the pool, then hatch.
But Zest is scouting in the right direction, and he's going to know where his opponent is.
Yep, certainly will. And beyond that, we have 4 Zerglings on the way for hyvaa here. Going to try to get aggressive early on. We're seeing that more and more from Zergs. They want to go in there, try to hit a, try to get in there, get a probe or 2 kill if they can.
Well, he's allowed to do it because he saw the forged timing from his opponent with the initial Overlord. So he's like, well, he went for the Nexus first. If I can sneak in those 4 Zerglings, why not? I'm just going to do it right now.
Now the Zerglings, it's going to be close. The cannon should finish in time. And with that probe there, he can just block that out with the pylon if he needs to, so he's fine.
On this map, it's completely fine to go for the Nexus first because you can wall it off like that, and the cannon is going to finish in time. Interestingly enough, hyvaa scouts around the 12 o'clock position and takes a 12 o'clock expansion.
There goes, and looks like that probe gets taken out. This is just the 3rd game, I think, where the Zerglings get into the main base here.
But really smart, going for the probe at the natural, trying to see if he can actually snipe it before going inside the main base.
So, as long as Zest handles this fine, he won't lose any more units here. He's got a micro pretty well against the Zerglings here. 1 low on health. He's going to chase those away for now. They're just going to kind of move around the map, try to be as annoying as possible, and also survive so they can scout the tech that Zest plans on going for here.
Okay, that was a little bit close by Zest, but nice snipe on 1 Zergling, sending out 2 additional different probes to finish off the other Zergling.
Good micro from him, and this probe actually has to get out of here. He's going to end up dying. Bit of a mistake there. Losing 2 probes already and just being annoying. Think about the mining time lost as well. This 3rd one getting pretty low here as well. It should kill that Zergling. We're not going to see that, though. Okay, there it is again. Zergling decided to run around for a little bit.
By the way, that's a different probe, a fresh new probe, which has a full HP. So, right now, hyvaa is taking a little lead in the early game with those 2 Zerglings inside the main base, but 2 probes kill for 4 Zerglings. Okay.
I'd have to say it was still worth it for hyvaa.
It was still worth it for hyvaa.
It's really annoying from the Protoss side to have to deal with that. It's like, now I have to like kind of delay things, and sometimes my timings may be a bit off.
Yeah, even the Stargate right now, it's been delayed for good 30 seconds right now.
Yeah, that's true. The Stargate a little bit delayed here. We have the +1 on the way. Pretty fast, actually, from Zest here. I'm wondering if maybe he'll try to do some type of timing attack. It's possible, but maybe not something he would commit to, but just like try to do some pressure with.
I think pressure is not a bad idea in these positions because the 12 o'clock is easy to go into and then harass around while while also securing the 6 o'clock. It's not hard for Protoss players on this map. But given that he could secure the third base easily, given these positions, I don't think he could just play a standard macro game from this point instead of trying to force a 2-base all-in in this position.
Alright, so we have that Phoenix out on the map. We have another one starting in production here. The Stalker and Sentry are going to kill off those Overlords. The Overlord will see the Phoenix, though. Hyva actually is going to be pretty supply blocked at this point. He gets a few more Overlords out. Almost supply blocked now. Pretty close.
Really close. He was making the Overlords at the last second.
Interestingly enough, we have the Evolution Chamber and the Roach Warren. Was that the third where it popped down? I think it was, actually. So, really weird to see him put all of his tech structures over there. He's really, I guess, investing a lot in that base over there. Now making up to 8 Roaches. You don't generally see Roaches this early on into the match. So, it looks like Hyva's the one who wants to be aggressive this game, and he has been so far with those Zerglings. The Zergling speed will complete here around the same time as the +1 from Zest. He's also getting a Robo and
the
3 gates
Phoenix
behind this.
sees the Roaches coming out, however, so the 8 Roaches, they are already scouted, and behind this, Zest, he already knows what he's up against. He's building a cannon, and he's building a Void Ray.
So, Zest is going to be completely prepared for this. This won't really do too much damage, and it's not a huge commitment from Hyva either, so if it doesn't do a critical amount of damage, not the end of the world for him. He's still up to 55 drones right now. Hasn't really invested too much into this, but he's not going to be able to make anything work here. And I actually hope that Zest cancels those 2 extra cannons. Alright, so we have the Roach speed on the way, also getting the upgrade, the ranged upgrade from that Evolution Chamber over there. Zerg player getting Burrow as well, interestingly enough. We're seeing that a little bit more. Hydra Den now going down for Hyva, and we have the Robotics Bay and an Immortal starting from Zest here. I like that Hyva put some pressure on and didn't commit to it, because that's going to put Zest in a little bit of a weird position. He's going to be wondering if there's more coming or if he got tricked or what. There's a lot of questions in his head here, and he's scouting around, seeing not a lot of tech here, which is going to confuse him as well.
First Immortal out on the way. The Robo base still not finished. +1 armor is out on the way. I don't think I saw any Twilight Council.
No Twilight Council in sight just yet here.
That's up to 6 gateways on 2 bases.
That is. That's a pretty high amount of gateways. Also, I noticed a full stockpile of energy on that main nexus. That right there, it could be just like, you know, Zest not really doing too well this game. Maybe he's feeling a little bit of pressure, not sure what's going on here. He is using some of that chrono now, though.
He is using some of the chrono right now, but his probe count does stop at 53 for now. He has 6 gateways. Usually, Protoss player, he's making a third. Okay, there we go. So I was just double checking before, just trying to see if he was actually going to go for the 2-base all-in. It was a little bit late, but he still could have done it.
All right, look at this, though. We have a Zergling run by here at the 3rd base. Going to most likely force a cancel here without some good force fields. And yes, that cancel does go down. I think that Zest could have tried a little bit longer here. No force fields in sight to deal with these units here. So, I don't know. It feels like Zest hasn't been playing this as solid as he could be here. And look at that from Hyva. He's got a burrowed Zergling at that 3rd base. It's going to delay it even longer. I like how Hyva's playing this game. He's playing good.
Hyva's actually being a little bit further ahead at this point. He's taking a 4th base right now. Those Hydras aren't going to do as much right now, but Hyva can max out much faster than his opponent because the 3rd base has been delayed for such a long time.
That's true. And these Hydra reinforcements here, the Colossus thermal range is not quite done yet. It's getting there. And look at this, focusing down that cannon, going to force a cancel on it. That's just going to delay that expansion even more.
Well, the Observer finally arrives and the Zergling does go down. However, we're 12 minutes, 40 seconds into the game, and barely he's taking a base right now.
Uh-oh, this could be very bad. This is a double-pronged attack here. The Mothership Core kind of out of position. I've attacking from 2 locations. That Mothership Core does nothing here. This Colossus may go down as well. These units are going to force that 3rd base. Doesn't even get canceled here. Hyva taking a humongous lead now and attacking from both sides. He just may end up winning the game right here.
This is like... I have a feeling he should have gone for the 2-base attack, to be honest, because he was sitting on 6 gateways, and he was sitting on 2 base for such a long time. Look at Zest. He's like, well, this didn't work out well. All the Hydras take out the Void Rays and the Colossus, and Zest doesn't have any answer. He lost all of his Colossus. He lost all of his Void Ray. GG.
Hyva showing a very solid game there. One of the most solid games from him in Pro League I've seen in a long time. Zest kind of just did not play amazing that game. He early on, he let the Lings in, even though he knew about them, and he could have easily built a pylon to block them off. He didn't do that. And then afterwards, his build was just kind of, didn't really do much.
You get a third expansion after you get up to only 4 gateways. If not, you come into an attack. That's what you do as a Protoss player against Zerg. If you do not get a third base around 9 minutes or 10 minutes, you're going to be far behind in the game, and your opposing Zerg player, they're just going to mass up Hydras, Roaches, and few Corruptors, go for one attack, and the Protoss player isn't going to have any army to defend against the Zerg army.
It's true. So now we have, it's 2-1. Hyva's sent out right now. His best matchup is against Protoss. I'd say his weakest is probably against Terran. It's possible we could actually see Flash sent out here to take out Hyva and then try to deal with Innovation.
Well, let's see who it is going to be, with Zest being taken out on Fighting Spirit. The next map is Core Hall Floating Island. Is it going to be another Protoss, a Zerg,
it could
or
be
Terran? It could be Hitman, another crazy ZvZ on this map. We also have Action, who hasn't been playing well recently, but it's going to be Flash.
Flash getting sent out here. He's like, don't worry, guys. I'll handle this. I'll crush this poor Zerg's dreams of getting more than 1 kill in Pro League. And then I will face Innovation in the last potential match.
KT Roasters' strategy today is to bring out Innovation as soon as possible so that they have more chance to snipe him during the later sets.
It's true. Okay, guys, we have to go into a quick commercial break. But when we get back, Hyva versus Flash.